Mayor Eric Adams has given the Democratic Party his middle finger. He's leaving the plantation, y'all. He's leaving the plantation. And he has a little video here that we want to talk about. We're going to let him play it and hope we don't get no copyright strike. If you're new here, hey, my political cousin. This is on Allegedly Janice, the backup channel for JANICEHylton channel. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up. Hey, cousins, all my forever cousins. Let's hear what the man got to say, honey.
My fellow New Yorkers, like so many of you, I grew up in a city that failed my family.
Jesus.
My mother raised 6 children on her own, working 3 jobs.
3 jobs.
Yet, even when her hard work was met with injustice and indignity, she soldiered on. She believed in New York.
Yeah.
She taught me that you can never do wrong by doing right. That resilient spirit is the essence of New York. And her example and the grit of everyday New Yorkers is what inspired me to public service and what gives me strength today. It's a simple truth. New Yorkers are strong and they deserve strong leadership.
Yes.
And when New Yorkers worry about their bills at the kitchen table or feeling safe on the subway platform, they don't expect a political party to help. They want leadership from a person who understands their struggle and their story. There isn't a liberal or conservative way to fix New York, but there is a right way and a wrong way.
Yeah.
And true leaders don't just know the right path, they have the guts to take it.
Yes.
I've always put New York's people before politics and party, and I always will. Some leaders choose rhetoric over results and fail to make working people their North Star.
Jesus.
But the values of a working class base, pro public safety, pro worker, pro quality of life, are still there, standing strong, even if many who share them have left the party.
Jesus.
Those are my values, New York's values, and I will always fight for them. I had hope to fight for them again in the Democratic primary for mayor. And more than 25,000 New Yorkers signed my Democratic primary petition.
Jesus.
But the dismissal, the bogus case against me, dragged on
Bogus
too long,
case.
making it impossible to mount a primary campaign while these false accusations were held over me. But I'm not a quitter. I'm a New Yorker. And that is why today, although I am still a Democrat, I am announcing that I will forego the Democratic primary for mayor and appeal directly to all New Yorkers as an independent candidate in the general election.
Yes.
I firmly believe that this city is better served by truly independent leadership, not leaders pulled at by the extremists on the far left or the far right, but instead those rooted in the common middle, the place where the vast majority of New Yorkers are firmly planted.
Yes.
I know that the accusations leveled against me may have shaken your confidence in me, and that you may rightly have questions about my conduct.
Yes, we do.
And let me be clear.
Yes.
Although the charges against me were false, I trusted people I should not have.
Jesus.
And I regret that.
Yes.
But the issues I face are nothing compared to yours. Rising costs, public safety concerns,
Yes, sir.
deep concerns about the future.
Yes.
All the candidates in this race will tell you that they have solutions to all that. You should hear them out. But you should also ask them where they were and what they did over the last 4 years to address those concerns.
Yes, sir.
Before they were running for mayor.
Yes. Come on, church.
Some were advocating against more police, even if they are for them now. Some were fighting the pro-growth strategies of our administration. Some even sought to limit housing production.
Jesus.
Some voted to give more of your tax dollars to other cities and towns in this state, by
What?
refusing to change laws that let dangerous criminals run wild on our
Jesus.
streets. And some sat at home and did absolutely nothing. I humbly put my record up against any of these other candidates. While they were playing politics or sitting on a couch, my administration was building record levels of housing, driving down crime, distributing $30 billion in benefits to low and middle income New Yorkers, and creating the most jobs ever in our city's history.
What?
As Mayor Lindsay said, when he successfully ran as an independent candidate for mayor, I had made mistakes. And I am saying to you, my fellow New Yorkers, so did I. But it was not a mistake to invest more in housing than any other mayor. It wasn't a mistake to put a cop on every train.
Come on,
it wasn't a mistake to increase the value of housing vouchers and earned income tax credit to the highest levels ever.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a mistake to put politics aside, defy my party when needed, and speak with the voice of working New Yorkers.
Yes.
Ultimately, it'll be up to you
Yes.
who runs this city for the next 4 years. As someone who has always fought for you and who is accountable to only you, I hope I can earn your vote.
Yeah.
God bless you, New York.
Yeah.
And God bless the great city that we live in. Thank you.
New York City Democratic.
New York, New York, New York. You know that's my first home. New York, New York. I love New York. Yes, honey. So, cousins, what you think about what the mayor is saying? He's saying, I'm running as an independent. And there was some other, he did an interview. He was dropping some tea how President Biden had moms who were against, who spoke up against he didn't say, but I can just guess, against the whole ABC people, you know, the alphabet people and kids and what they're doing in school, how President Biden had them on FBI watch list. I'm going to see if I find the article and I'm going to do a video because he just did the interview, so the article might not be out. But I want to know what y'all think about this. There's an article by the New York Post, and they're basically summing up basically what he says. It says, New York Mayor Adams says he will run for re-election as an independent. The New York Mayor Adams is ditching the Democratic Party as he seeks a second term. Adams, who was a Republican before he became a Democrat. Okay, he confused. Well, no, people can change. I'm okay with that. Formally announced his mayor re-election campaign in a video Thursday, saying he plans to run as an independent. Though I am still a Democrat, I am announcing that I will forego the Democratic primary for mayor and appeal directly to all New Yorkers as an independent candidate in the general election, Adams said. So, what y'all think about this? The move, which comes less than 24 hours, less than 24 hours after a judge permanently dismissed a federal corruption case against the mayor, sets up what is likely to be frenzied, fast-paced race toward the general election in November. The charges were first dropped a few weeks ago into President Donald Trump's second term, in part because the case would impede Adams' ability to do his job as mayor, including cooperating with Trump's immigration crackdown, the Justice Department's new acting deputy attorney general wrote. Several Democrats are seeking the party's nomination, with former Governor Andrew Cuomo currently leading in most polls. I don't know. I feel like Cuomo is going to take this. What y'all think? Comment below. You think Cuomo is going to take it? Well, so there's a primary and then there is the election. So in the primary, I think Cuomo is going to take it in the primary. In the election, I need to see who the candidates are because we're also running for re-election in New Jersey. Our mayor, Ross Baraka, he's running for governor, and a couple of other people. As a matter of fact, primary is coming up soon. I got to change my independent to something. Hold my nose and choose one of the either Republican or Democrat. I have to hold my nose until I can change back to being an independent, because you can't vote in primary as an independent. Okay. So it says here that the primary, the Democratic Party in New York, which is held in June, is considering the determining race ahead of the November election. Democrats outnumber Republicans by large margins in the city. Whoever wins the primary is seen as the likely victor in the general election. Michael Bloomberg, a once and now again Democrat, won mayoral races in the nation's most populous city as an independent and as a Republican, spending millions of his personal fortune to do so. But you sure spend a lot of money against the Republican president nominee, Mayor, whatever your name is, Bloomberg. Facing calls to step aside from some in the Democratic Party, Adams has largely stayed out of the daily campaigning his opponents are already doing. He has sat on several forums hosted by many of the city's unions and other candidates. Let me just finish this. Adams is on track to submit the 3,700 signatures he'll need by the end of May to secure a spot on the November ballot. A campaign aide told CNN Adams' campaign secured 25,000 signatures for the Democratic ballot line, but said his recent legal troubles had kept him from mounting a proper campaign. He said in the video that dropped on Thursday, the dismissal of the bogus case against me dragged on too long, making it impossible to mount a primary campaign while these false accusations were held over me, Adams said. All right, so comment below. I'm going to start doing more of my political video. It is a passion of mine. There's something else I wanted to talk about, but I'm just going to wait since Mayor came and dropped this little tea. I want to know what y'all think about him running as an independent, and what do you think about him leaving the Democratic Party, even though he says he's still a Democrat. In other words, he still have Democrats' views, and he doesn't have conservative views, you know. So comment below. Let me know what you think. Thank you for your love and support. If you want to show me love and support, I know a couple of you email me about how you can support. I just asked you to show me love with my books. The Wisdom Journal, it needs some love. It's available on Amazon. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Talk to you later. Bye.